I promise you this. If you take action on some of the things that I'm about to share with you, you will add as much as 5 to 25 years to your lifespan. And I kid you not, a lot of this is studied by science. I will slow down my aging by almost a factor of half, and I will extend my lifespan by 10 to 25 years. So here's what I learned. Now, the first experiment has to do with biohacking the mind. What I learned from Dave Asprey in our experiments with 40 years of Zen is that consciousness is hackable, and that the way modern science is evolving is so interesting. There are these 50 different frequencies which are being studied right now, and you can reverse engineer these frequencies to change the way your brains function. So by learning what brainwaves correspond to what states you want, what corresponds to creativity, what corresponds to intuition, what corresponds to now this is weird, but the ability to alter and bend reality, you can induce those states at will, and then you can do more with life. I can guarantee you that one of the things that you can do immediately without any expensive machinery is radical forgiveness. Radical forgiveness was the key to the healthiest brain state. Radical forgiveness is one of the biggest things that you can bring into your life. Forgive yourself or someone else that hurt you every single day. Now, the next thing that I worked on this past 1 year is refining my own meditation practice and being able to go into really deep, powerful states of meditation. I looked at all the latest research on meditation and I put it together into one 20-minute hack. There are 6 different levels of your self, your consciousness that you can level up on, that science shows has the greatest contribution to well-being. And the 6th phase takes you through this through the most effective way in 15 minutes. So the first one is compassion and kindness. So in the first 2 to 3 minutes of the meditation, you learn a simple exercise that helps you create compassion with all of humanity. Then you go on to phase 2. Phase 2 is about gratitude. Science has shown that gratitude has the single largest correlation with human well-being than any other character trait. Stage 3, you go into forgiveness. We've already spoken about that. Now, all 3 of those states have to do with discipline, with the idea of disciplining yourself to be in a state of bliss throughout your day, right? But then you go to phase 4, 5, 6, which is based on future dreaming. So phase 4, 5, 6 is about developing a vision for your future and the impact you want to have in the world. Phase 4 is basically thinking of having a vision for your life 3 years ahead. Phase 5 is having a vision for how you want today to unfold. And phase 6 is feeling supported. Phase 6 comes from religious and spiritual traditions where you have this feeling of being supported by a higher power. So next up, body. So as I turned 40, I managed to get better fitness level than I was 25 to 40. So in the last, actually more than 10, but 15 years of my life. So I want to share with you what I discovered. So the first big thing is, how do you measure fitness? If you're not measuring it, you don't know that you're truly becoming fit. There are 2 simple ways, 2 really simple ways. One is resting heart rate. When I wake up in the morning, I check my resting heart rate and I try to keep it below a certain threshold. The second thing I do is a simple concept called set points. So a set point is a simple measure that lets you lock onto a particular health level. And set point is really simple. It's push-ups. At any time in my life, I must be able to drop down and do 50 push-ups. If I cannot, I have failed my set point. If I cannot do 50 push-ups, it means that something is off. Maybe I've put on too much weight, or maybe my muscle strength has gone down. Again, what happens next? Set point correction procedure. So I go back to the gym and I change the way I'm eating. Now, fuel. Here's the important thing. 95% of your body shape is what you eat. 5% is exercise. It's about switching your engine. So most of us have a sugar-burning engine. We burn sugar. And we live in a society that really, in a bad way, promotes sugar consumption. Sugar is addictive. In our modern world, where sugar is everywhere, food companies have figured out that if you add sugar to something, including ketchup, we need to consume more of it. So to get you to spend more in a grocery store, sugar is added to as much as 70% of food products. It's ridiculous. When you switch your engine, what happens is you stop burning sugar. You start burning fat. You start burning that storage fat. Now, here's how it works. Now, it's a complex program. It's about 90 days, but it gets you to eat more quality meat, lots of veggies. I love nuts, so I swapped to pistachios and almonds and sparkling water. So anyway, I hope these 3 tips, conscious hacking, exercise, and nutrition and food. This is what I learned. This is what has made me so much fitter at 40 than I ever was in the last 15 years. And I hope you guys can take this back with you, decide what you want to implement, and see the results shortly. And by the way, all of these changes, 2 months. All of it 2 months. All my weight loss, 2 months. Me going from 50 push-ups to 55 push-ups, which is hard, 2 months. My bench press weight increase, all in 2 months. All of this is possible with the right attitude. And you can completely rewire your brain, rewire your cravings in 2 months with the right program.